Good afternoon, Crazy Nath here again, and a bit more of an interesting vlog this time because the last one was just about me really, and that's boring. So you can just see, I'm not even going to try and get my ugly face in there too much. You can see a bit of my ugly reflection. Someone asked me the other day on Amino, one of my friends in Croydon, he said he saw a picture and he's like, oh, do you take your snakes outside, and how do people react, and what do you do, where do you go, is it safe, blah blah blah. Obviously we're in the UK here, so he's asking from Croydon, London. I live in the UK. I'm not sure on the laws and stuff in the States, but I live in a flat, an apartment, and I haven't got a garden. Now many of my friends take their snakes in the garden, and although I've been told some our different ecosystem in the UK could have an adverse effect on the snake's health, I've never had any issues whatsoever. So if you're unsure at all, don't bother. But I do, so I'm just going to grab a couple of snakes in a couple of cotton sacks or pillowcases, duvet cases, tubs, however you can take them. And because I live in flats, apartments, I put them somewhere covered until I get outside, so I don't distress anyone or annoy anyone. And you have to take into consideration people's fears. But anyway, I'll pause it there, and I'm going to grab the snakes, put them in some sacks, put them in some bags, and I'm going to meet you downstairs, and I'm just going to go through what I do basically. I'm not going to show you the boring bit of I'm not going to show you the boring bit me going down a lift. So we've got two snakes. We've got the rainbow in that one, and the boa in the bigger one. And it's a common boa, 66% het albino, and I'm waiting for the elevator lift. So keep them in the bags, just in case anyone's bothered. So there we are, we're outside. No one's got distressed because no one's seen the snakes in the bags. They might have seen the bags, but I could tell them there's crisps in there for all they know. And luckily enough, I've got nice green area all around and pretty good. I bought out the rainbow and I bought out the boa, like I said. And this is what I do. I've got them in the sacks. I don't actually normally bring two out at a time. I just thought I'd bring two, so there's a bit more of a choice. So anyway, I open up the bag. I might just need to get a tripod. You know, I'm not really that rich. They don't pay disabled people that much money, and well, I don't know whether I had to get the rainbow because it's such a nice snake in the sun. And I say she, I don't know. And this is quite another thing is, you want to take into consideration whether your snake's a thin-bodied snake or a thick-bodied snake, because mine's quite young and this one's quite thin, so if the temperature goes too cold, it's going to feel it pretty quick. Whereas fat-bodied snake like the ball pythons and that, whatever, or adult ones. And look, he's ready to go. I don't know if you can see that well because I can't see the camera that well, but she's ready to go. In general, sorry about this, in general, I just sit out here and you can just, they just have a little, and I mean the rainbow boas look bloody awesome in the sun. I'm having a bit of an issue with the rainbow at the moment because there's a quick little one. Where is she? And it's so sunny I can't even see her on my phone. But yeah, she's getting a bit of sun. And I mean, I don't see, even if you live in Croydon, which is pretty much the bang in the middle of London, as far as I'm aware, where there's not as many green spaces as other places, you know, you can go find a little park, somewhere with some grass. Like, yeah, it's a private car park in the church, but I don't know. And as long as I'm not sitting down near anyone, if anyone wants to come near me with the problem, then that would make them have the problem. But I mean, I didn't go up to some people. There's people sitting on a bench over there. I didn't go up to them, sit down, pull my snakes out, and start scaring people unintentionally. If anything, if someone's interested in my snakes and they start talking to me about them and they're not nasty about them, I try and educate them. And a lot of the time, a lot of the people in my block of flats, they've held my snakes. I mean, my snakes have even been in some of the people's flats, and the kids have held them, and they love it. So they love getting out, and people are amazed. People, especially in this country, in the UK. I mean, in the US, you have various different snakes: big snakes, small snakes, venomous snakes, whatever. We've got 3 different types of snakes in this country: an adder, an asp, and a grass snake. And I've seen one snake in 32 years of being alive in the wild. So I mean, people they don't know nothing about snakes, and you're being good now. Look, you see it's cooled down a little bit. It might be a bit too cool for her now because the sun's just gone behind a cloud, but I mean it'll be alright for a little while. But that's probably why she's using my arm as a branch, and there we go, she's just chilling in the sun for a bit. And I'll tell you what, these are going to have a bit of a nippy reputation, but my one's always been lovely, and my one's got like hearts on it as well. It's cool. It's got like some of the patterns are actually hearts, and I think as they grow that will not be hearts, but maybe some other bits will link up as hearts. But yeah, and there's one main reason, if you live inside and you keep your snakes inside all the time, why I do this is because imagine if you got a small boa constrictor as a baby, blah blah, you kept it in a tank its whole entire life. It's never felt wind chill. It's never felt the outside. It's a different humidity. It's different. Now you imagine you don't take it out until it's 5 years old, and it's an 8-foot massive boa constrictor who's never felt the wind, and you need to take it to the vets, or you need to take it out somewhere. I want my snakes to be able to be used to going out anywhere. I don't want them just to not attack me, not bite me when I'm in the house. I want them to be friendly everywhere. And why not enjoy your pets outside? I mean, in the UK we only get 2 months of summer. I mean, this is about the last few days running up now, and now I'm going to have to wait another 9 months at least before I can bring the snakes out. So I like to make the most of it. And just so the video don't go on for that long, I'll stick her back and get the other one. So, but I mean, I depending on the weather, you could sit out here for quite a while, really. Even with a small-bodied snake, I'd sit out here for half an hour to an hour, even more, depending. And can't get her off me because she's wrapped round. Make sure I tie a knot in the pillowcase, because I don't want my Brazilian rainbow bug I'm missing. So there we go. Now we got, and that's a she or he or whatever that one's called. It's called Hunter. And I got Dave in one of these cotton sacks. These cotton sacks are good, really. It cost me about £2, £1.50 off the internet, and I don't know, they just seem quite handy to me. They've got different sizes and that. I mean, once you get up a bit bigger, you can't really do a lot. But I'm gonna need 2 hands again though. And probably Dave will come shooting out at me as well, because that'd be quite fun. See if he comes shooting out. Nah. I say this now, Dave's like a pussycat. You watch, he's going to bite me the first time in his whole life. He's about a year, I just say the Brazilian's about estimated 8 months old. You know, Dave.